You said that you are in the hardware part of that as well. What exactly does that mean, focusing on the hardware side of ZK Tech? Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Token2049 in Dubai. Matt Zahab here from cryptonews.com. Super pumped to be with John Lilic, Executive Director from the one and only Telos Foundation. John, appreciate your time here.
Oh, thank you.
My friend, Telos, everyone already knows what Telos is, but you've got to give us the give us the lay of the land. What exactly is Telos Foundation?
Yeah, so it's a blockchain that emerged in 2018 without an ICO, without a token sale in the midst of ICO mania. It never did that. And it's had this legacy over the last 5 years of, I would say, almost being like a cult, one of those B Hollywood movies that have a cult following, but nobody knows about it, and suddenly you hear all about it. Okay, that's Telos. It's been so it's been kind of existing for the last 5 years, but somehow along the way, lots of innovation. So in 2021, it developed an EVM that actually, was fuzz tested by a group called Sentinel, and during that testing discovered the critical bug that almost brought down Ethereum in 2021. That was a famous incident that happened while testing the Telos EVM. So we kind of entered into Ethereum history that way. The performance of the EVM has been pretty impressive over the years. And then we sort of moved to ZK and focused on zero knowledge research. We recently released our Snark Tor white paper. So this deals with super fast proof aggregation. So in other words, speeding up ZK. Our entire focus is on accelerating and in particular, hardware software co-design. So today we announced our hardware accelerated and hardware software co-design ZK EVM. So we launched an L2. Telos has this network of network memes kind of thing going on. And so we've got a bunch of different networks. One token goes through all the networks. And today was our Ethereum L2 announcement. Thinking about how we can accelerate, a lot of the ZK stuff right now is kind of slow. It's a little bit of a patchwork of Frankenstein components. You've got shared sequencers, centralized provers. You have all these compromises because it's very, very hard to make this stuff work. Our view is that actually Ethereum is going to have to come back to ASICs, and in particular something called Snark proving ASICs. So the extent to which you can do the proofs on specific application, specific integrated circuits. And then you can get from that much, much better performance and actually achieve the kind of goals that people are working towards with Ethereum and zero knowledge. So cool. One quick question on ZK, on zero knowledge for a second. You said that you are in the hardware part of that as well. What exactly does that mean, focusing on the hardware side of ZK Tech? Yeah, so
Hardware software co-design is very important insofar as, and this is kind of a meme that I use to describe what I think is the current state, which is that everybody raced to build the Alta Vista and Yahoo ZK, okay? And then Elasticsearch comes and Google wins everything, right? That's the history of the internet. Okay, so you can also think about it like the NVIDIA story, right? Suddenly ChatGPT comes and it's everything, and all the LLMs, right? Because the hardware has reached a point where we can enable incredible computation, okay? With the ZK stuff, it's very, very, very hard to do zero knowledge, to have a fully provable zero knowledge system end to end. The reason it's important, however, is because every single computational step in storage operation, everything that happens can be fully proved, which means no, let's say, external malicious actors or minority set of actors who can somehow improperly manipulate the system. A lot of times when they launch various coins now, they put little things in the code that, drain your account, right? That's a big threat people are facing now. And even auditors, there's fake auditors. There's all kinds of threats that you're facing. When you have fully provable systems, you reduce the potential for that kind of stuff. That's why ZK is important. However, it's very hard to make it work efficiently. And so we believe you have to think about hardware and software from the start, meaning that, and there's groups right now taping ASICs, basically building ASICs to prove Snarks, which are a type of basically zero knowledge secrets that power everything. And doing that, so off-chain with a device, rather than some of the approaches right now, which are currently, let's say, very inefficient, very slow, very expensive. The reason for that is because the compute requirements are very high. And so when you think about hardware from the start, it can help inform the way you build your software. And so that together, you have a much more holistic approach. That way, the hardware can accelerate the software, and now you get performance that's significantly beyond. Just like how some tweaks with Elasticsearch and maybe data centers get better, and suddenly Google wins everything.
Gotcha. Amazing.
So I think we're at the cusp of that moment in Ethereum with respect to zero knowledge.
John, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you. That was great.